Oh, Onision. You seem to be one of those people who thinks that just by saying something it makes it true. And I would have liked to have seen some references on your last video for why vegans are wrong, for why all the information that we've tried to give you is lies. I would like to have seen some references on how we, by boycotting animal exploitation industries, are actually killing animals. I really would have liked to see that. I'm certainly going to give you some references tonight. And the first thing that I'm going to talk about is your claim that cows do not need to be impregnated to produce milk, or that they don't need to be repeatedly impregnated to produce milk. Okay, you know, cows are not magical milk-producing machines. They are mammals. They produce milk for their young, just like human women do, just like dogs do, just like cats do. If I get pregnant during the last stages of pregnancy, some milk is going to come out of my breasts, and after I have my baby, I'll be able to breastfeed my baby, all going well. And I do not doubt that there would be some kind of process by which you could make cows lactate without them giving birth, but that would involve injecting them with hormones, and it certainly would not be organic. So I'm going to show some quotes from various different sources that confirm that impregnating cows and taking their young away is a normal procedure of the dairy industry, organic and not. So, the other thing that you touch on is that we shouldn't tar all farmers with the same brush, and that, you know, we should make contact with various authorities to change what is going on. But the only problem is, farming is a tricky business. It's quite hard for farmers to make sufficient money out of it. I don't think most farmers are particularly rich people. I don't really think it's something that people go into for big money, because every time I read anything about agriculture, it's always about the struggle to achieve a profit. And as everyone knows, profits are what people live off in the end. What you're proposing is that farmers somehow be forced to care for, to keep and to care for all of the male offspring of, like, all male chicks of egg-laying breeds and all male cows of milk-producing breeds. Now, this is just not, it's not possible. Businesses are not charitable organisations, and I think you'd be hard-pressed to convince any farmer that he should increase his stock numbers by 100%, and feed all of them and care for all of them whilst only getting the same return. I really don't think that's ever going to happen. And the only real revolution in terms of the organic industries are more free-range stock that is closer to actually free-range, and And then also, I think, with dairy, from what I've seen, they, want to maybe let the babies stay with the mother for a little bit longer. But then after that, they're either killed, like just outright, and disposed of, or the biggest revolution in organic dairy is them trying to market rosé veal. Rosé, so-called, because the flesh is pink instead of because they're, phasing out the veal crates, and the veal crates and the feeding processes that they use are what makes the distinctive white flesh of veal. So their big welfare move is to market the flesh of the male calves, which are a byproduct. Veal would not exist without the dairy industry. It's become a tradition in many places, and people enjoy eating it. But it came to be because of the dairy industry. It continues to be because of the dairy industry. To a large extent, it actually helps the dairy industry be profitable, to survive, especially organic dairy, because it is a bit more expensive to produce and less quantity is produced because they don't use hormones and because it's on a natural feed. Another strange argument you make is, what other function, what purpose do cows have but to give milk? Now, couldn't a meat eater very easily say the same thing to you about pigs? What purpose does a pig have except to become bacon? The other thing I'd like to comment on is you accusing vegans of doing nothing, that we do nothing, while vegetarians, by financing industries which by their nature require the slaughtering of animals, the slaughtering of spent hens, the slaughtering of non-productive cows and of their male offspring, that somehow vegetarians are keeping these animals alive longer. And that seems to be your only objection, that we are causing them to be killed quicker, which I don't actually believe is the case. All business people, and farmers are business people, observe trends and prepare ahead for them. So what would happen would be that if they observe a downturn in consumer demand for milk or eggs, they're going to breed less animals. So their main preparation for this downturn is not going to be the disposal of their existing herd before time. It will be that they will order less hens from the hatchery, because they're not selling as many eggs, so they're not going to want more mouths to feed. And even if it were the case that we were causing the hens or the cows to be killed sooner, I still don't get your point. It seems to me like you are claiming that sooner is worse, as if somehow there's a moral difference between killing a 6-year-old cow and a 3-year-old cow. Because we don't participate in funding animal exploitation industries, because we've completely withdrawn all of our support from it, because we actively fight against it, we actually don't hold any burden of guilt for the actions of these farmers, of these industries, and the individuals that work within them. We don't support them. We actively do not support them. So I don't see how we could be somehow guilty for the fact that cows and chickens are killed. I really hope, even if you don't agree with me, I hope you actually look at the facts. Just look at the facts and stop with your bullshit. You are so full of shit. I don't know why you are so full of shit. I think maybe it's denial, perhaps. but you're just not looking at it. We've gone out of our way to present you with the facts. But you'd rather perceive it as an attack. The reason I did the video that I did towards you in the way that I did was because I thought, from watching your videos about why you do things the way you do, I thought maybe you'd understand it. And I really thought it was much more watered down than anything that you dished up. So, have fun with your denial. Have fun promoting the exploitation and killing of animals and blaming people who don't for the results of it. And good luck with life and all your endeavours. See ya.